Last week I played a tournament in Pune, and I'm going to show you a couple of positions from that tournament. In this game, I am white. Just before this, what happened was he gave a check. I came back here. He went back.
He didn't give a check.
I also he didn't give a check. He came here to promote the pawn, to threaten the pawn push. So I cannot let that happen, right? So you have to play king b3. Now he can't push, yeah, because I'll take the knight. So he went back with the check. I also went back here to e4. So it's like a draw offer. If you want to repeat, let's repeat and make
he
it.
was up with pawns.
Yeah, he's winning. He's up by one
no,
pawn.
he's not up by anything.
He's up a pawn.
No, he's up with pawns.
Oh, yeah.
That pawn is about to promote.
Right.
So position is right now winning for him. So it's like a draw offer. I repeated. If he wants to play knight c2, we'll repeat. So he can't go knight c2 and help the pawn. So here he played a surprising move. I did not expect, and he played f5. So this is where I would ask you to think for 3 minutes and decide what white should do.
I just know it.
No talking. People are going to calculate. So if you talk, you will disturb others. Let's keep it at 2 minutes. 2 minute thing is good. So, any decisions? Anyone? Yes,
So
Priya?
can we just have 10 seconds?
Okay, that's
I'm
it.
just confused with which two squares.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, let's start with Vihan then. What do you say?
King d4.
King d4 and Priya
King takes the pawn.
and Ansh?
King e3.
Okay.
I mean, the bad move is king takes pawn.
I'm asking what you will play here.
Yeah. I'll play e3.
King to e3.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, all of you are playing. Hello, Srikant. All of you are playing either e3 or d4, right? Vihan is playing d4.
Yes, sir.
And Ansh and hello,
What
Srikant.
about me?
You are yet to understand the position, so
Okay.
please understand the position. So, you're playing either d4 or e3. Please sit down, Srikant. You have a lot of space there. There's no need to block Vihan. You are a big unit. How will he see? You can sit back, no, behind Vihan. Now, where is Kavish going? Please sit down, Kavish. Everyone cannot sit up.
Yes.
Now, where will Srikant sit? Srikant, please have a seat here. No, then. Okay. So,
Who's to play d4?
yeah. Here, black is just okay. Again, there is space. Kavish, you're playing hide and seek with him, or you'll again? No. Okay. So, pawn f5 was just played. Now, this is a very important lesson for everyone. A very important, as in most important lesson in
Yes, sir.
chess.
Can I tell the trap?
No, yeah. What is it?
Yes, sir. If you take the pawn,
Huh.
then knight will move to d. Knight will move to d3.
We'll move the bishop.
Yes, sir. And then they play the pawn.
So,
Then you stop the promotion.
Why can't we stop? Bishop is right there, stopping the pawn.
Oh yeah.
You're seeing goes
Somebody
serving.
tell you
Okay,
Bishop is right.
okay, one second, Ansha.
If you take the pawn, then
Huh.
we'll play knight to c2.
Knight to c2 is the main move, not knight d3. Knight d3, the pawn can't promote.
Then
Knight will have to
only
go back and
c2.
support. Knight c2 is what black wants. King takes pawn, knight c2. And that's bad for us, yeah?
Yeah.
And did you calculate after that or it's just bad? Do you need to go beyond that?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
What happened?
Yes sir. You should go beyond.
So did you go beyond? Then-
I got, but I did not tell that thing. I forgot.
okay,
Yeah.
but you calculated knight c2, is it?
Yes sir. And
How far did you calculate?
So take pawn.
Huh.
Then knight to c2.
Huh.
Oh.
To calculate, we have to first calm our nerves.
Yes sir.
Calculation
yes,
has to be
sir.
clear.
Yes, sir. King takes pawn.
Huh.
Knight c2.
Huh.
King plays e4.
E4.
Then if pawn pushes
Pushes.
to a3, then we move our
Bishop.
no, we move our king to d3.
King to d3.
Yes sir.
And the pawn will kill the bishop there.
No, pawn takes bishop, king takes
Yeah,
knight. This is
and
what
then
it
your
is.
pawn.
Okay, king takes pawn, knight c2, king e4, pawn push. King d3. King d3 is there.
But
Wait,
king d3, pawn takes bishop.
pawn to bishop, king takes knight. And we are a pawner. So that's not a problem. So king takes pawn, knight c2, king e4, pawn a3. Yeah. Here, after king d3, after king to d, knight before check. King d3, knight before check.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Then you will make the check.
Then the pawn will take the bishop.
Yeah.
So he won't take the
Sir,
bishop
then you
directly.
can move your
King to c3.
Huh?
Still pawn take bishop.
Yeah.
You can't take the knight.
Then pawn
Pawn
promotes.
promote.
No, sir. Then you move to c3. Then if the pawn.
Takes the bishop.
Yeah, then
No.
there will come.
Why can't the pawn take?
No, sir.
King takes pawn. Knight c2. King e4, right?
Huh?
Pawn push. King d3.
Huh?
Knight b4 check.
Yes. Okay.
King c3. Pawn takes bishop.
Okay, then we take.
Take which? The knight or the pawn?
We take the pawn.
Then you're a piece down. That's lost. No? It's a piece down. Knight up. No? With pass pawn about to be created here. Pass pawns here won't be healthy. So that is the critical line. Yeah? Ansh, did you calculate beyond king takes knight c2? Or was it is it necessary to go beyond? No. The first thought Ansh had was, no, I cannot take that pawn. It's a trap. Most people, everyone is saying king takes pawn is bad. But king takes pawn is the correct move. It's the only move that wins. It's winning. So the important thing to understand is when somebody plays a move like f5, our first thought should not be, no, I cannot take it. Don't believe your opponent.
Even
Why are we
pawn-
playing with him if you're going to believe him? If somebody makes a move first, prove that it's bad before you believe him. Don't believe him outright.
Yes, sir. Can
So
I tell
how
you?
is it? How once first think, Brian. King takes pawn, knight c2, king e4, pawn a3. Please keep the king down. Pawn a3. What is it that the opponent missed? Yes,
So bishop to
c3, pawn push.
bishop to a1.
Bishop a1, knight take bishop. So let's see what happened. I took the pawn. By the way, the move you are playing, king d4 or king e3, is a blunder. Pawn a3. You are simply helping the pawn forward. You take knight c2 wins the piece. So you can't go to d4 or e3. That's game over. That's the outright way to lose the game. So you cannot go these two squares, which means you have to calculate king takes pawn.
Once again, can we
Yes.
just try once?
King e3, pawn
Yes, sir.
e3.
Then bishop to c3.
I push. Wait, I push.
Okay, then king to d2.
King to d2. So now the bishop can't take the pawn, king can't come closer. King can come here. So basically I'll play something like king c6.
So
Right.
yeah, you can just
By the time king comes to c1, you can't. I'll come to c5. And that endgame is lost for us. Right? Let's go back. So here, let's go to this position. King takes pawn was played. Very important lesson, do not believe your opponent. Prove it. You see, our instinct should not be, I can't play this move. Our instinct should be, I want to play this move. I want to make it work somehow. If it works, I'll play it. So
Sir,
we
yeah.
want to make it work.
So the bishop
One
is-
second. Yeah, bishop was here. So if you want to make it work, you will calculate and somehow find a way. But if you're already thinking it won't work, I can't do it, then you will never calculate that. So king takes pawn happened. Knight c2 happened. So he wanted this, right? a3, a2, a1. King comes back. Pawn a3. What did my opponent miss? White to play. What do we do here?
So king to d3.
King d3, we already saw knight before check. You lose a piece.
So
It's the main line.
Miss bishop to h8.
Bishop anywhere, fine. Let's say c3. That's what happened. He plays a2. So what's the point? He's gonna win a piece, right?
So
So what did he
what
miss?
if we play king d3 now?
Promotes.
I don't know. I think this.
So what? My opponent still did not see what was going to happen. He thought I'm just playing moves. It's already lost. I'm just making moves. There was no other option, so I played this. He was playing very fast. He did the next two moves pretty fast, thinking he's winning. And then he realized it's not winning, it's losing. What did he outright miss in the next three moves? Not even three, two moves.
I don't understand.
Third move is what he missed. So let's calculate this and find out. How can white be fine in this position? Even after losing the piece.
So I don't know.
You don't know, that's why everyone is thinking. If you don't want to think, don't need to say I don't know. Let others who want to think.
Sir, I think I found it.
Yes, Srikanth.
We'll play king to d3.
Promotes,
Takes
knight takes.
king to c3.
Exactly. King d3, he still thought it's winning and he promoted. Bishop takes, knight takes, and then comes the cold shower to the face. King to c3. And now it's a winning position for white because the piece is gone. I didn't know that knight can get trapped in the corner like this. I thought knight can get out, no? But when I calculated that, I realized if I play king c3, it's trapped. Not just trapped, I can go pick it up. It can't go anywhere. The knight is trapped in the corner. Now, basically, you have to just evaluate the pawn in game. It's a pawn up. It's an easy win.
If he tries to take the c pawn, you push the f pawn.
Yeah, so he can't take this. The moment he comes, he will push this. So it's like having connected pass pawns. You can even play g4, h3, h4, h5. You can create two pass pawns there, which means you'll never not win that game. You'll always win that. Once you create two pass pawns, the game is over. Here, this pawn will stop these two pawns. Even if black creates a pass pawn, like imagine a situation like c6, let's say king d2, d5. That one pawn we can manage with the king, but his king cannot manage the two extra pawns there. So that's where the endgame is winning for white. So for example, takes, king takes. King going there doesn't matter. What will we
What
do?
if the king comes with the
Here,
yes sir?
that will stop now with our king. If our king stays there, nothing will happen.
And then you can just go with those 3 pawns.
How will he come? He cannot go below the fourth line,
So
right?
we should not let
There
him
is a
get
pass
the key
pawn.
squares. We should not let the king get the key squares.
No, there is no key squares. If you have connected pass pawn, there is nothing to worry about. How can black even come below the
I'm
fourth
not talking
line?
about that. I'm talking about
This
Yes, sir.
side you stay there, there is no key square, just stay there on the board. King doesn't even have to move, na? King just stays there. Black has to go there if he wants to try and stop the pawns. If he doesn't stop, these pawns will keep going. So if he goes there, because there is a connected pass pawns, it's always winning. The king can't go below the fourth line, right?
Yeah.
So if the situation comes like this, let's say h5, h3, and let's say king moves. Okay, let's say king here. You create your pass pawn. Take. Let's say king comes here, and you push. Is this position draw or win?
So
Win.
Yeah, of course, because
He can never go below
this
the
is a
fifth
basic
line.
endgame. This king cannot deal with both the pawns because this pawn is untouchable. If you take that pawn, this guy will promote. Which means our king can slowly come up the board. If he defends, we'll keep going that way. If he goes there, we'll aram se come and take. He can't come here. He'll go there, we'll take.
by chilling.
And we can have a good walk around the chessboard and still those pawns will be there. You have to go there and help the pawns.
We
That's
can
it.
walk for 20
Yeah.
moves back from.
Okay. So now let me take you to.
Just be careful of 50 more rules.
Yeah. 1 second. Vidu is.
I just moved to 20 moves, that's all. It's easy
Yeah,
to-
20 moves you'll move. By the time you promote in Checkmate, another 30 moves you'll take.
Because I won't take that.
Another 40 moves you'll take.
No,
And
I
what
won't
50
take
moves
40
you'll
moves. I just did another 10 moves.
Okay.
And it's the
20 more
49.
The next position happened in round 4. It's a middle game. So my opponent, I was actually black, but if I keep black, you will have to see upside down. So I'll keep it as white. 1 second.
So you were black in the position.
I was black, but in this position I'll be white.
Did you win?
What is this about winning in this? Don't think
I
about
was
it.
white in this position. That's why it's black and ugly.
This position is from your favorite Joko piano.
Oh, let's go.
You can see a bishop on the long diagonal.
And black is nothing. It's easy win.
Sir, whenever I
So
play
why-
Sir, shouldn't the bishop be on
I play
G2?
the main line.
Sir, shouldn't the bishop...
1%.
And like I have the full center.
Because the opponents don't know the main line, no? If they play d5, then you won't have the center.
Sir, how did the bishop come to H2?
Sir,
Did
I
it
see.
like
No, 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 I'm actually black in this game. So basically I'm showing it upside down. So do you want me to keep properly like the exact position as in the game?
Yes.
Okay, fine then.
No, I mean, sir, doesn't in the very beginning of the game, isn't the bishop on F1, so shouldn't the
Imagine this is black side. Bishop will come to c5, right?
Yes.
And then it will go back. So white play bishop c4, bishop c5. Okay, I'll keep it as black properly. 1 second. So the position I
I
had
haven't
was.
solved that. But you are this. Say it. You. Plan completes number. You come to the room. I have completed. Look at the board.
Sir, is this a looking game?
It's a middle game, I already told you.
Why this winning clearly, bro? Why this do so easy game?
She's using the same line again and again. Now it.
So you're black, right?
Yeah, I was black.
Sir,
1 second. 1 second.
So you're losing this position, sir. It's a clear win.
Still using the old line.
Yeah, but this king will go to G2 now.
Sir, I heard that there's this tournament on 22nd in Hubballi.
22nd. I don't know. I, haven't-
22nd and 23rd, yeah.
I didn't see any actually. But yeah, I don't check that much. If you see in the. You can check in the website. No?
I checked in KSCA.
It's there. Is
Yeah.
it? Then it's there. Is it a rapid tournament or?
I don't know, I'll check. I haven't registered yet. Browse planning.
sir, this like
What this is like?
I don't like this position at all.
Why?
First, let the
Oh wait,
position
yeah, we
get
can
kept.
stop
1
the
second.
checkmate.
1 second.
Checkmate.
Patience, patience, patience.
When you learn to deal with tough positions.
Okay, what is the first thing you notice about this position?
White is upper piece.
Excellent, very good. White. So basically, I had sacrificed a piece for this attack. Bishop, queen, and rook. Everything is good. So it's basically a question of can white defend? If white defends, then I have a piece down. And actually, he could defend. He played king f1, which is the crucial mistake. He should have played king h1. There are some problems in the position. For example, king f1 allows bishop takes pawn. But white holds on. White's position is intact. There's no more threats because the knights will defend everything. So, for example, after bishop f2, the best move of the engine is actually rook g1. Give up the... Yeah, otherwise there will be bishop g3, all the threats will be there. So, rook g1, if bishop takes, king take, there's no threats. Everything is defended.
Will you be upper piece?
How will he be upper piece? And this is why you should pay attention in mathematics class. Black was already piece down or piece up.
Piece.
Now what happens? After bishop takes rook, what is the situation? Who's winning? Still don't know.
White wins
Our mathematics student. What will be the material situation after bishop takes, king takes? Who's winning, who's losing?
They will be equal.
Material will be equal, says. Do you agree with that, Srikanth?
No.
What
White
will the material?
White will have 2 pieces for a rook.
That is not equal. 2 pieces for a rook is not equal. 2 pieces for a rook is
But
winning.
Oh yes sir, because even if you play rook f1,
Rook
then
f1.
bishop, like let's say you
Bishop will take, rook will take, and it's two knights for a rook.
Yes, no, I'm not saying about Anshi's
Okay.
confusion.
Okay.
Like let's say instead of playing the chess engines best move,
Huh.
g1, if
Huh.
you would play f1, then bishop to g3 you're saying no.
Huh.
Now the like one of the only moves which you can do is no wait, sorry, my calculation was a bit wrong.
No, let's stick to the present. So after this happens, once white defends, this is one of those positions where white has to just defend completely. Once white defends completely, it's a winning position for white, because black cannot attack after that. Like after bishop takes, rook takes, there's no attack. These knights are holding each other very well. So that was the way for him to go, but instead the pressure was too much, and he played king to f1. So you have 2 minutes to calculate what happens next. What should black do in this position?
Sir,
You have 2 minutes to
no
think.
sir, and the previous one.
Mhm.
Like when your king was an h1 and the rook moved to g1,
Hmm.
I didn't understand. Even if they do not take the rook and move it to g3,
Huh.
like what's the use of playing rook to g1? Because it
Okay.
still cannot be blocked, right?
Okay, then let's go back there for a moment. Bishop takes f2, rook to g1, yeah? So here, why bishop g3 you're asking? Good question. Bishop g3 doesn't make any outright threat.
So, but knights are defending each other. What's the point of why?
No sir.
Huh,
even
so let's see. Here, what if I go?
I understood.
Why should black take the rook? Instead, what can black do?
What if black goes to bishop g3?
Bishop g3 is not a real problem still, yeah?
Because-
it's still defended. So at least you take the rook and everything is still defended, or you don't take the
Yes,
rook
sir,
and
you
everything
can-
is still
if
defended.
If they play this, then you can move your rook to f1.
That's what I'm saying. White is fine.
Huh.
So if black doesn't take the rook also, white is completely
So,
fine.
I have a
The
question.
difference is white will be an exchange, white will be a piece up. So does black want to be a piece down, or does black want to have a rook for 2 pieces? That's black's choice. So he can
Sir,
play bishop
I have a
to but
question.
yeah.
Back?
Back to the starting position.
No. Just one more back.
One move back was this.
No, means the bishop goes back
That means all the way back.
and the rook back.
Yeah,
The
that-
king stays on h1.
King h1, okay.
So now,
Huh.
what if they don't? He doesn't play the best move and he plays something else. Then what is the problem?
There's no problem. That's why king should go to h1. You guys are missing the point. White is winning. For white to win, white has to play king h1 and defend.
So why does white?
Have to play king h1.
No, why does white have to play king rook g1 here?
Rook g1 is after bishop takes.
Yes, sir, but what's the reason?
Oh, you're saying why rook g1? Okay, let's see. Rook g1.
Isn't it like giving?
No, then what would you do for white here? You're actually protecting g2 like properly. You're protecting it even more. So let's see. If you don't do that, queen g3, you'll anyway have to play rook g1, no? Queen g3 there'll be. Yeah, you'll have to play rook g1 to protect anyway. So he's just protecting it before you even make the threat. So basically, Angel is saying even if white gives up the exchange, it will still be 2 pieces for the rook, and it will still be winning for white. So let's go back.
But then why do you want to like make it a bit lesser winning? Can't you just play rook f1?
Yeah, but then there will be some attack. If you see in that position, the bishop is the monster. If you get rid of this bishop, if you tell your opponent, please take my rook, and he takes your rook, then there's no attack. If the bishop is gone, there's no attack. As long as the bishop stays, like for example, rook f1, there's still some attack. There's still threats. You will have to still defend. So that is why Angel is just saying, let's give back the piece,
Yes.
give back the rook, and keep a position that is completely winning. But
So
instead,
queen is on f4, right?
yeah, queen was here. So in this position, instead of the defensive king h1, he wanted to keep everything intact.
No, sir. Can you once go back.
Now it's time to focus on this, Prayan. We have already discussed enough about that.
Sir,
So
this one done.
we already had enough discussion about King H1. Now, yeah, that's enough. Now let's focus here. So he wanted to keep everything intact. The threat of Queen G3 is not there. He moved out of the pin. So the bishop is not as monstrous as before. There is a pin here, sort of, but that's defended by the knight. And there's no threats here. Queen G3 is not possible, pawn is there. So he's defending everything. That's what he thought in his mind. So it's a natural thing to do. But can you find out the punishment for playing King F1? After Black's next move, White resigned. What is the move that Black can play here? You have 2 minutes. Already calculated. Okay, what will you do?
So queen to h2.
Knight takes back.
Then took to f2.
King G1.
Then took to g2.
King H1.
Then took to h2.
King G1.
Took to
Why does it sound like
King F1.
No.
If you cannot calculate it, at least let him finish. King F1.
then rook to g1.
Excellent. Well done. So the killer moves queen takes
I was just thinking.
knight. Just take the knight. Try to calculate. If you want to calculate, you have to start calculating yourself. Only then you will be able to calculate like that. This is not difficult. This is all a straight line, like check, 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 checkmate. It's a mate in 5. After queen take knight, it's a mate in 4. So you have to be ready to calculate. Unless you are ready, you will not be able to do anything. So this is not difficult. Knight takes queen, rook takes pawn. King moves, rook takes pawn. King moves, rook takes knight. King comes back, this rook gives check. King F1, rook G1 checkmate. Thanks to the bishop. So he resigned after queen takes knight. The line that will happen is this. Knight
So you
takes.
found a move?
Yeah, I played it. King takes, after calculating, not just like that. Rook takes, king moves.
Sir, I just
It's easy to play it because you at least have a draw here. There's no risk. But yeah, there's a mate. And check. So that is why after queen takes knight, he resigned.
That bishop is total a monster.
Yeah, this is the MVP, most valuable player in the whole game. Just A6. Whenever you play Joko Piano, right?
Man of the match.
Yeah, whenever you play Joko Piano as black, just play A6 and put the bishop back. White should challenge that bishop. In this game, White didn't challenge. White let that bishop stay. And that is why it became a huge problem for White. So now